a 24-year-old eight-figure business owner
Mind that you cannot be. Always remember that. That's how you learn. The Bible says humility brings wisdom. You can only learn when you're humble enough to learn. All right. So what is something that y'all been struggling with in y'all businesses or even in your personal development that's gonna get you to be that person that you see yourself in 5 years? What is stopping you from getting to becoming that person?
For me, is capital and learning how to manage money.
Learning how to money management. Let me write this down. Okay. What else? Who else got something? Franklin.
Yo.
What's something that you're struggling with that's gonna get you to where you want to be in 5 years? What's stopping you?
The thing just learning how to move forward, taking that risk.
Taking that risk. Self-doubt, right? Taking that risk. All right. What else?
Like another thing is like knowing how to network.
Knowing how to network.
Yeah, I feel that's another thing that's like
okay.
That helped me to get where I need to be.
How to be better organized and money managed and time management. As far as yeah, I would say the same thing. Or getting organized and being well rounded and everything.
All right, bet. Sorry. So first thing I'm gonna hit is that time management. Since we all on the same mode, we all have 24 hours. All we got in this day, every single day, is 24 hours. So what differentiates certain things that we need to do that are important and that's gonna lead us to become that person that we want to be in 5 years, right? And if y'all want to take notes and write this down, it'll be good. That way, you know, this is something that I'm doing constantly every day. I'm running multiple businesses. I do a lot of work. You know, in my roofing company, we're building 40 jobs a week. I'm building houses from the ground up, pulling permits. My company has over 100 people. So there's a lot of things that is pulling me in many directions. I got a family. I have 2 kids. I got a wife. You know, I do ministry work, all this stuff, but how am I able to manage, right? How am I able to do everything that I'm doing? So if you got a pen and pad, write this down. Number 1, you need to learn. Y'all ready? I'll wait for y'all. That way y'all get y'all
stuff. Hold on, let me get a pen real quick.
All right, bet. I'll wait for y'all. Yeah, get y'all stuff.
I think that's a big key factor with each one of us.
Yeah.
You know, all the business. It's time management.
Time management is vital because if you can have all of the opportunity in the world, but if you don't know how to manage the time, you will not capitalize on it. You will waste time and you will not be, you know, you can have an opportunity that's worth $1 million, but you will probably make 200,000 because you didn't manage yourself properly.
Right.
So y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So number 1, the first thing you got to do to manage when you're managing, especially if you're the business owner and you're managing a lot of people or you're on your way up, is you got to learn to prioritize. Not everything needs your attention immediately. There's certain things that you have to learn to rank as importance. And how do you rank them? How do you know something is important? So is this something that really needs your attention at that moment that is going to be something that makes a difference? That's how I would say it. So for example, I'm a roofing contractor. If something failed inspection, but the inspection's in a week from now, I'm probably not going to tend to it right now because I have time. So I'm not going to move my focus and my energy from another job that's ongoing to go deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So same thing. Maybe you wanna build yourself. Maybe you wanna be a better self. You wanna develop yourself better. Maybe you wanna build your learn or read a book, right? You're not gonna sit there and read a book when you got a job to do. You know, you're not gonna sit there and study when you're on the job. right? Because you have to focus on what's important. Your priority at that moment is what's making you money, which is the job. But what you can do is change your priorities and say, okay, instead of me getting that extra hour of sleep, I'm gonna study for that hour. I'm gonna read that book in that hour, but I'm gonna wake up earlier. So you still, because remember, all we have is 24 hours in the day. You're gonna sleep at least 5 to 8 hours of that day. So what are you doing? Are you prioritizing sleep? Are you prioritizing comfort? Are you prioritizing your friendship? Are you prioritizing your social life ahead of your dreams? Listen, if you want to make it, man, if you want to go to the next level, you're going to have to sacrifice for a couple years, man. You're going to have to not go out for a couple years. You're going to have to get off social media for a couple years. You know how many times they invited me to go fishing to the Keys? And these people taking me pictures with mahis like this, tunas like this, but I didn't go. You know why? Because I had to study, bro. I love fishing. That's one of my hobbies that I really enjoy doing. I love to fish. But I said, that's not going to take me to my goal.
You prioritize it.
I prioritize. It's simple. This is simple. And you can write this down too. 2 ways how you could prioritize in your life. Does it take you got to ask yourself this question. Does it take you closer to your goal? Or does it take you away from your goal? Very simple. Every decision you make in your life, if you ask that question, you will be able to answer it. You will be able to know if it's a priority or not, if it's worth your time or not. You know what I'm saying? So even when I wake up in the morning, when I go work out, is it taking me closer to my goal or is it taking me away? If I want to be a fit person, it's taking me closer to my goal. If I eat this hamburger, is it taking me closer to my goal or is it taking me away? It's very simple. So, and me, I'm a purpose-driven person. I'm not a goal-oriented person. So if you got to think, is this taking me closer to my purpose or is it not? Because the reason why purpose is important, the reason why you need to know your purpose, and this is why I'm big on knowing God, because you cannot know your purpose if you don't know God. You will never be able to know your purpose without God. Why? Because God created you. God, if the person who created the tool knows how to use that tool. So God created you, so he knows exactly how to use you. He knows exactly where you need to be. So you always got to know that. So if you don't know your purpose, what does that tell you? You need to know God, because you cannot know your purpose without knowing God. All right. So recap. Number 1, you need to learn to prioritize. Number 2, does it take you to your purpose or does it take you away? When you're managing many things, man, you got to learn when, like people always want to say, how do you work-life balance, right? How do you balance life and business? I don't believe in that. I believe that everything is intertwined. Right now, I'm doing a coaching call, but as soon as I clock out of this thing, I'm going to go be a dad. And then tomorrow I'm going to wake up and I'm going to go be a boss. And then in the middle of the day, I'm going to be, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do something else. But I'm not one person at this period of time. Everything is together. I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? So all of that is important, because if you begin to compartmentalize your life too much, and that's when you begin to separate your family and everything, and your family don't get attention, and then your business, you know, you got to be 100% all the way. You know what I'm saying? The other thing, the networking. Networking is very important, man. And I've grown to realize this the more that I've done it. Because me personally, I'm an introverted person. I'm very low key. I'm just to myself naturally. But I understand that as a business owner, I cannot be like that. Why? You ever heard that saying, network to net worth? Y'all ever heard that saying? Okay, that is a very true statement, bro. That is one of the truest statements you could do. Why? Because somebody could have the opportunity that you need, but you're not talking to them. But you, since you don't know them, you don't know how to present yourself. You don't know how to start a conversation. You don't know how to tell stories. I was talking to this one guy. He's like, people are successful because of their ability to tell stories, man. What is a salesman? They know how to tell a story on how the roof is going to be the best roof ever. And that's why they could get you to sign the paper. You know, when I go and sign a deal for a company, if I'm going to go get a contract with a big a builder or something, I'm telling them a story. I'm telling them, hey, man, you're going to sign with IRC. Man, we have 15 trailers. We do 40 jobs a week. We got a supervisor on every job. They do a walk around, man. There's no crew better than IRC, bro. we're licensed and insured. Who's my competition? I tell them I don't compete, I dominate. I don't compete, I dominate. I don't got no competition. So I'm selling them the dream. I'm telling them the story. They're envisioning what I'm gonna do. And guess what? They signed the contract. Your ability to tell your story, your ability to tell the story of your company is gonna determine the success of your company. You gotta present it in a way that people believe you. You can't be all shy and be like, hey man, you know, I clean and or I do epoxy floors, but you know, we all right. Nah, you gotta believe in yourself, man. One of the 3 traits of every billionaire who has ever existed, they believe that they're better than anybody else, right? And people may say that's negative. That's not negative. You have to believe you're the best. You cannot go in there thinking you're not the best. I believe I'm the best roofing contractor here in Florida, man. I put my company against with any company, and that's not arrogance. That's just being confident. That's just believing in yourself. There's nothing wrong with believing in yourself. Society, maybe our upbringing has taught us that we need to be humble. Yes, you got to be humble when you come to God and acknowledging that God gave you everything. But there's nothing wrong with being confident. You know, there's nothing wrong with being exceptional. You're a great you're an exceptional worker. You do exceptional work. Yeah, you do. You got to believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because until you believe it, you will never present it that way. You know, maybe there is another roofer better than me. Maybe. But in my mind, the way I speak to somebody, to me, they're going to believe when I speak it because I believe I'm the best. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that energy, right, we're spiritual beings, right? You're going to transfer that energy to that client, to that person that's going to give you the contract, to that multimillionaire that has many houses that he might give you. You know, it's all about confidence at the end of the day sometimes, because maybe like I've been in a room with a competitor and we're both trying to get the job, we're both trying to get the work, but they see me more confident, and I get it, because you know what, even I do it. If a roofer tells me, a subcontractor, and I tell them, hey, can you do the job, and they're like, I don't know, and he don't show confidence, I'm gonna be like, nah, don't even give him that job. But if he come and tell me, yeah, I got it, that's easy work, that's light work, I'm like, bet, give him the job. Wouldn't we all? You know what I'm saying? So confidence breeds success, and success breeds confidence, bro. That's very important.
You know, and I think some of us lack that a little bit. If not, I mean, I do for sure, but I don't know if anybody else does. I'm sure some of us, when we have competitors from other companies. Yeah,
man. I mean,
kind of,
you got to learn to cultivate confidence, man. I wasn't confident for a long time. Like, it wasn't that I doubted myself for a long time, bro. You know, and that's why I say success brings confidence. Why? Because until you actually believe you can do it, you won't do it. And this is why the reason why people have self-doubt is because they break their own word. People break their own word too much, bro. If you say you're going to wake up at a certain time, wake up. Stop breaking your word. You need to learn to just wake up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't say you're going to wake up at 3 in the morning because you know you're not going to do it. But you can wake up at 6. Even if it's not 5, it's 6 o'clock. But whenever you say, even if it's 7 or 8, whatever time you say, don't break your word. Just keep your word with yourself. Why? Because if you keep breaking your word, you won't even believe yourself. So then that goes translating to everything. It's like how you do one thing is how you do everything. You know? So many people break their word. Yeah. So then when you say you're going to be successful, you don't believe it, because you can't even wake up in the morning when you say. You can't even stay consistent with your diet. You can't even stay consistent working out. So how are you going to tell me that you're going to be successful? You break everything you say. So that's what the root of it. So how to build that confidence, bro? For anybody who's, you know, struggling with that, I struggle with that. Just start with the little stuff. You know, like, you ever heard of that general of the United States? He says, if you want to be successful, make your bed. That's what he's implying. He's like, stop trying to be a billionaire, make your bed. Be organized. You know, it starts with the little things. Keep your word. Principle. Mm-hmm. Everything falls to principle. The little wins. Exactly, bro. That's why I like working out in the morning. I do my cold showers, you know, because I'm just stacking wins all day. So I wake up 5 a.m. I said I'm gonna wake up tomorrow 5 a.m. and I did it. All right, that's my first win. Then I'm gonna work out. Boom, I did it. That's my second win. Then I'm gonna do a cold shower. Boom, that's my third win. By 7 o'clock, I already have 3 wins. You know what I'm saying? And most people snoozing, and then they late, and they feel like bad. It's all about energy, bro. You know what I'm saying? So then you come in running late, you half asleep, you all in a rush, and I've been chilling because I've been up since 5. You rushing and I'm on time. I'm already ahead of the game. I'm waiting on you. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you build confidence, bro. You just gotta keep.
Got a 24